Welcome everybody back to Nine's Corner. I thought we'd start this video off by our candle lit for each and every one of us. So before we even start this video, I'm going to send out our prayers and our wishes and our loving energy to each and every person in the universe, no matter if they're with us or no longer with us, if they're suffering or if they're happy. Let's just be there for everybody. So I thought April is starting to come to a close. It's been probably one of the longest Aprils we've ever experienced, but May is just around the corner. So I thought, seeing that May is the month of 5, which is the month of change, it's the month of, wanting to get out, not wanting to be contained anymore. 5 is like, let me go out and experience, which is so apt for this time because I think everybody's getting cabin fever and looking to get out and about. So I'm certain that by the end of May, like we've said in other readings, that you're going to see that time come where it's going to be like, okay, we're tentatively getting out. Because May is all about changes. And so I started off that I decided I needed to do a few months of my numerology calendar for my daily check, to see what kind of day am I going to have. Then I thought, well, maybe I'll do a little bit more in-depth view into Donald Trump and Joe Biden coming up into May. So that's what I'm going to be doing a little later, quickly. But one of the things that I realized that, we collectively, no matter what your life path is, no matter not whatever your numerology numbers are, we are all going to be experiencing the month of 5. And May being the month of 5 and us being in the year of 4, put that together, and that's the end number, 9. So May is this month of change, and 9 is that overall feeling that, you know what, if there's something you need to change, this is the time to conclude it, to end it, to finish it. Now, there's negative and positive to that. If you're in a toxic relationship, this is perfect. End it. If you're having too much clutter, this is the time, May is the time to change and end. If you've been putting on some corona weight because you're home and eating way more than you should, it's like, May is the month that it's a great time to start that change. And it's so interesting because in the year of 2020, it is the light being shown onto any darkness. And even in the celebrity world, you're seeing like Dr. Phil, Dr. Oz, Ellen DeGeneres, all these people being called out for any negativity. You see it in your own community. You see it in your own government. You see it everywhere. It's like no matter what aspect of life, people are being called out because people are wanting change. And this year is interesting. Next year, we are literally going into the year of 5, 2021. 2 plus 2 plus 1 is 5. So this is going to be a huge change for the world. It's not just for one place. It's for all of us. Like, it is going to be amazing because when you let go of the past, when you let go of toxic relationships, when you let go of the things that are holding you down, you get to manifest what you actually want. And when you think about it, in this time when up is down, down is up, left is right, right is left, then poor can become rich. Something that you never thought possible can be possible. As much as there's so much negativity, there's also the other side of expansion and like mind-blowing, amazing things that can be happening for each and every one of us. We just need to change our energy. Because, if I ask you, how do you feel? And you say, oh, I don't know. Well, guess what the universe is going to give you? Confusion and I don't know. But the power in us is the power of choice, the power to choose that better feeling, to say, no, I'm going to choose to be in a good mood. I'm going to choose to look and say, okay, I got to stay home again, but now I can learn how to do X, Y, Z. I can cook. I can get that garden started or what have you. Like, this is an amazing time for each and every one of us to manifest. So I want you to realize and to keep in mind the power of our consciousness, the power of our words, and how just changing a slight feeling in your thoughts can manifest greatly in your life no matter what's happening. There's an abundant world out there that all we have to do is ask and we shall receive. So, like, it's good. It's really good. And yes, there's going to be some ickies through the 5 month, and even going into next year, the 5 year. But with great change and great progress, there has to be the wiping out of destruction of the old ways. And if a building falls down, it's going to cause some damage. It's going to cause, a cleanup to have to happen. And like, how lucky are we that we're going to get to be that? I said to my kids, imagine my grandchildren are going to be like, now, what was it like going through 2020? And, it is interesting. So I thought I'd look and tell you about Donald Trump and Joe Biden because I did up all their numerology. So I kind of looked at how things are going between now and November by the time of the election. So for Donald Trump, I said I did up his numerology because I went a little further in depth. So for April, he needs more mental and physical and has a lot more challenges. He's in a personal month of 1. So he's coming out of the 1 and he's going into May, which is 5, which is going to make him crazy, which is going, as bad as you think he's grabbing him by the meow meows, he is going to lose it. You're going to hear and see things that you can't even believe. So in May, it's his personal month of 11. So this is his master time. This is his time with the crazy. He might actually have this moment of psychic knowing that I'm in big trouble. Because he is very much somebody who believes everything he says. Even if you think it's crazy, he truly believes it. That's why his feelings and he has that ability to manifest, because he truly believes his lies, even though he knows different. Psychopath comes to mind, but I'm not a doctor. So in June, he's going to be in a month of 3, so he's definitely going to be in the planning stage. He's going to be going after people's jugulars. He's a pig. There's going to be a lot of money issues, money planning, things happening in June, but you're also going to see a social aspect of opening up. There's going to be expansion. So with June, you're going to see things opening up. You're going to see people being able to get out and about. And in July, which is a 4, so it's going to have a feeling of stability. There's going to be a feeling of some normalcy within the social confines of each community. But for Trump, being a 4, this is a time when stability can be knocked because he lives so much onto the dark side of the numbers that July, June, August, July especially, is a time that he needs to be worried about his health. August, which in previous videos I said this was a time when he could choose to walk away from it all and give everybody the middle finger, because 5 is his personal month of 5, or August is his personal month of 5. So you can expect major changes. So 5, I think, is his possible time of taking his free will and walking away. But it also could be a time of like explosive change where he's going to be like a devil holding on, holding back, and just losing it because he's got nothing else left to lose. So that's going to be an interesting time to watch. September is his month of 6. So he's coming into a time of really feeling the responsibility of his actions. There's going to be a time when he's going to be really, people are going to put it in his face, his responsibilities. Because I think this is also the time when you're going to see, unfortunately, the coronavirus hotspotting, maybe changing and altering and kind of making us all have to step back for a second. October is his 7th month, so this is the time of introspective thinking about the situation. There's going to be, in those times of 5, 6, 7, lots of action, anger, harshness. But in the same time, there's an undernumber of standing up, people standing up against him. And November is his month of 8. So that's big wins, big months, big powerful months. So this could be a powerful month of winning, but actually in the month of December it's a 9, so it's the end of an era. So even if he pretends to, or if they steal the election, he's not going to make it to January 2021 to become the president. So in October, he's going to be thinking about the situation. In November, it's a big month. It's going to be a month of either he's going to steal, squeak, and get through by the skin of his teeth, or it's going to be a huge failure, but one that he is going to fight against. If he's making it to November, he is going to go insane. But come December, it's the end of the era. Joe Biden. Joe Biden, for April, he's in his month of 3. So this is his year. This is his month of expansion. This is his month of pushing forward, which he became the candidate, standalone candidate. So his month of April certainly worked out for him. May is his month of 4. So that's his stability. And May is also the month of 5. It's his personal month. May is the month of 5, but it's his personal month of 4. So I only worry and put those numbers as a challenge to his health. So if he can get through May without any major health challenges, that will be a good thing, because numerology speaking, this is a harsh time for him. And then June is his personal month of 5, which is a time of change. So I'm wary about June and July being a time of something happening in June and something changing because of June into July. And then going into August, we're looking at introspective. September is his month of 8, so there's going to be big things. If he's going to have any kind of real big pull, this will be the time that it's going to happen. In October, it's his month of 9, so this is a month of endings, or it could be a new career, an opening to an ending of what he's doing now, going into a new career. But then when he goes into November, he's in a 1, which is also another challenge. So I feel as though if Biden is able to get through the months of illness, which is like going from going from May, June, he is going to be pulled over the winning line. It's really going to be important who his VP is. That's going to be what is going to determine how this is going to work out. So I truly see at this same point, they both have physical health, not physical, because Trump. They both have some health issues that could be coming up between now and November. For Trump, we're looking at health being an issue in July, whereas for Biden, we're looking at May. So it's going to be interesting. So, and the other thing I was going to mention, for Biden, going into 2021, 2021 is a year of 5. So it's going to be change, challenge, craziness, good and bad. But Biden's going into a personal year of 9. So that's endings. And that doesn't mean, I'm not saying anything about death. And even if I did see it, I would never say it, because I don't do that. That's not my place. But it certainly tells me that I would be surprised if he gets through 2021 as the president. I think the VP is going to be extremely important. And on that note, I'm going to do a video. I got to look up and see who's all the people. I know, like Abrams, and there's there's a group of them that are possibilities. And I have no idea when Biden's going to make that decision, but I think he needs to, for his own clarity, pick somebody sooner rather than later. But last night, I woke up at the witching hour at like 3 o'clock, and I went outside. The stars were the sky was black. The stars were just vivid and bright and like sparkling, like to the point where you could actually see them moving. So I don't meditate. I find it impossible to try to put on music and meditate or do any of that kind of stuff because my mind does not stop. But I do find that if I get out in nature, if I watch the birds, all of a sudden I can come to a complete focus on just them and nothing else. And it's then when I'll get inspirations or knowings or even like little pictures. Because like when I say pictures, like I might think of somebody, and the next thing the phone rings and it's them, or I'm hearing news about them, or there's those little things. But you have to really think about it and look for it. So I went out last night and I was looking up at the stars and I was really like lost in it. Wasn't thinking anything. And when I kind of like stopped and looked down, I thought Elizabeth Warren. And I just had this like almost like this feeling like she's Robin Hood. She would steal from the rich to give back to the poor. And if we're going to go through this major upheaval of change, especially in next year, is going to be even more change. Who would change it more? Now, I have no idea if she's even a possibility because I know that her and Biden aren't on the Democrats' favorite list. But every time I think about it, I get like a little. So anyway, let's have a quick look and pull some cards and see how the month of May looks for Trump and look how the month of May is going to be for Biden. Okay, so for the beginning of the month for Trump, we have the Queen of Cups. So he's going through a time, it's a tough time, it's a time of confusion. He's confused. He's going to be looking and asking for help. The cup's going out. He's trying to hold on to his emotions, but there's no way the cap's going to be on it. So he, as much as you think he's crazy, or if you think he's been rush or brass, or if he's a pig, you haven't seen anything yet. He is going to get dirty and he's going to get nasty. For the second week, he's got the Nine of Pentacles. So this is going to be a time of wishes granted. I think he's going to be trying to look at how can he pull his base in. I think there might be some monetary things coming out. It might be a time of looking at the resources, trying to figure out where they're going. But this is still almost like I think something is going to be said like, oh, businesses, small businesses, people. There's going to be some kind of put it out there to try to satisfy a need. The third week, we've got the moon. So Trump is emotionally going insane. He's very much a psychic person. He might not know that he is, but he's the type of person that he truly believes what he's saying, whether it's a lie, whether it's a truth, whether he says the truth and a lie in the same breath. He can get to that point where he believes it so he can manifest it. This might be this time because it's in the month of 5, the month of change, the month of crazy, and he's got the moon, that he might actually by the third week of May have this kind of like, oh no, things aren't looking great here. He might have this aha moment. Then at the end of the month, I'm seeing the Six of Pentacles. So pretty much you're getting the same old, same old. He's going to still be promoting himself. He's still going to be trying to say, look what I'm doing, look what I'm giving. And what he's giving is so little. So let's have a look at Biden for the month of May. Let's look at Biden for the month of May. What's going to be happening with Biden for the month of May? Okay. So we have for the first week of May, the Empress. So I'm thinking he's thinking strongly about his person and he might actually have his mind made up. And this person might be announced in the month of May, maybe even in the first week of May. The Empress is somebody who's going to be accepting and comforting to all. So this is going to be somebody who has a caring, comfortable, make people believe again kind of way to them, whoever he chooses. The second week of May, he has the Ten of Pentacles. So this is definitely having to come up with plans, schedules, trying to figure out how is he going to do things. Because there's no point of them saying, oh, Trump bad, Republicans bad, everything you're doing is bad if they can't come up with their own plan. So there's going to have to be some real thinking and thought into what's coming forward. By the third week, we have the star. So I think there's going to be some real positive momentum happening with him, with people's looking at him and almost feeling like, you know what, he might not be the strongest, but this is destiny, that somehow they're going to get on board and say, hey, we need to spread a wider net. And hopefully if he picks his VP, a nice lady, he might be able to fulfill that. But this is also with the star. This is another kind of like, watch out. This could be a time of doing medical tests. Because for the end of May, I've got the Three of Swords for Joe Biden. So I'm wondering if he's not going to have some kind of medical issue, or if Donald Trump, what was Donald Trump's last card for the month of May? That was the Six of Pentacles, back and forth, give and take. Either this is going to be a health issue for Biden, or somebody close to him, or information. This could be interesting. Let's just pull a Lenormand and just see what is the Three of Swords for Biden at the end of May. What does that have to do with? Sorry, I'm watching the time here. I know I got to get going. So let's just pull a card. What is the Three of Swords for Biden? Home. Something personal, something to do with protection, domestic, something home. Interesting. Okay. So that's my reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And I just want to say, regardless, I really appreciate you. I appreciate the time that you take to like. I appreciate the time that you take to send me messages, to comment to each other. I love it. And I get so inspired by your message. I got one special one from Diane today, and it really was just like, wow, that lines up with my numerology. It just inspired me to really kind of go, you know what, guys? We really and truly got this. We're going to get through this. So I'm excited. I really am. I really feel like, you know what? We need to look forward to the change and be happy about how it's going to work out and not be worried about it. It's almost like being pregnant and having to go through that 9 months. You might be stomach sick. You might go through heartburn. And people go through cancer, everything through it. But when you have that baby in your arms and you feel that feeling, that's what this is like. We're going to be going through a number of years of change, a number of years of ups and downs, but the end result is going to be like, we're going to be here going, it is such a great time to be alive, and even now is. So that's my reading, guys. Wishing you light for your darkness. Have a great evening, and we'll talk soon. Take care.